Technology is making the world smaller every day. It has already had a profound change on manufacturing in the last decade, and the competitive environment for manufacturing will continue to change over the next 10 to 15 years. Major developments in logistics, information and communication technologies will have a major impact on the way goods are assembled and are delivered to market. These advances in distributed manufacturing will rely on developing key distribution and assembly points throughout the world. Location and access to fast, reliable, and efficient distribution networks will mean the difference between success or failure as we move further into the 21st century. And Toledo offers a unique opportunity. Toledo is strategically located in the largest of 10 megaregions in the U.S., the Great Lakes megaregion. Toledo is centrally located among all or part of the 12 states that make up this region and is surrounded by the largest supply of fresh water in the world. Toledo provides a great way to access the nearly 9 million people living in a 100-mile radius and the $400 billion GDP produced there. With just a day's drive separating Toledo from two other megaregions, close to 40% of the U.S. population and 50% of the Canadian population is open, reachable, and ready for the taking. Other regions in the U.S. and Canada can't compare to our access, convenience, or available resources. We've been a center for logistics since the early 1800s. Toledo has a comprehensive highway system, a robust and efficient network of rail lines, a significant port, the largest on the Great Lakes, and uncongested airspace with an airport capable of landing even the largest commercial planes. Early business leaders and city founders saw the potential of a development so centrally located and focused on building an infrastructure to support the massive growth they predicted. And it started with the highways. Toledo is home to the intersection of three of the nation's most traveled interstates, I-80, I-90, and I-75. You can go from coast to coast, New York to California, or from the southern parts of Florida to Canada. The bilateral economic relationship between Canada and the U.S. is $1.8 billion per day, the largest in the world. And thanks to the highway system, it's about to get bigger. The Canadian government recently announced an investment in a second bridge between the two countries that will tie into I-75 and supplement the current Ambassador Bridge connection, which already carries about 8,000 trucks across the borders each day. Canada isn't the only international connection made by the highway system in Toledo either. I-69 is nearby as well, providing easy access to Mexico. Toledo truly is a center for the trucking industry. Thanks to its location and cost-reducing heavy-haul network of highways that allows heavier traffic, logistics leaders like UPS and FedEx, as well as distribution centers like Walgreens, Lowe's, Kohl's, and others, have invested in this area close to $500 million in the past 10 years. Toledo is home to more than 1,200 general freight and trucking establishments. With that many trucks, the costs of congestion are increasing. Congested-related delays are costing corporations $100 billion in extra time and fuel each year. But a proactive investment of more than $500 million in major highway infrastructure projects has resulted in Toledo being named in the top 10% of least congested urban areas in North America. Trucking and freight transportation is the fourth largest job sector in our economy, and Toledo keeps it moving. Helping to keep that momentum is one of the largest rail networks in the United States. Toledo is well positioned among the Eastern Railroad network and is home to three Class I railroads, Norfolk Southern, CSX, and Canadian National. The railroads have announced in the last 5 years alone nearly $350 million in private logistics and intermodal rail improvements, including a new CSX hub in Northwest Ohio. The hub acts like a spoke network for the railway. Starting in Northwest Ohio, the CSX network can service just about anywhere. After 1 year, the new system has created nearly 50 new freight lanes, expanded access to the local Ohio market, and streamlined transcontinental services. It's changing the face of intermodal, and it's happening right here in Northwest Ohio. Canadian National also has the chance to significantly improve transit times when bringing goods from the West Coast ports to Toledo. The current 10-day travel window can be reduced by as much as 1.5 days by using Canadian National's Prince Rupert and Vancouver ports. The recent changes to the Panama Canal may have a positive impact on Toledo as a distribution center. Toledo's own port is the second largest U.S. Great Lakes port by tonnage handled, and with 110 acres, 675,000 square feet of inside storage, it's also the largest Great Lakes port by landmass. Recent federal and state grants have allowed the port to acquire modern material handling equipment, reduce congestion, gain capacity, and decrease emissions. In addition, the Port of Toledo is allocated in Foreign Trade Zone 8, positioning it well to become one of the most efficient and cost-effective product handling ports on the Great Lakes. In short, the Toledo-Lucas County Port Authority is creating jobs, cleaning brownfields, supporting manufacturing, and advancing alternative energy initiatives and technology. Toledo's airport is also positioned well. Just off I-80, I-75, and the Norfolk Southern Line, Toledo Express Airport offers convenience and affordability while providing fast service to national and international destinations. And I-80 is the only interstate in Ohio that allows triple truck trailers, a significant advantage when looking for appropriate freight hubs. Toledo's long runways can accommodate any commercial aircraft in the world, including the largest 747s. And though Toledo is close enough for residents to take advantage of a passenger-dominated hub like Detroit, Toledo's airspace is separate and independent. This means less congestion, faster turnaround, and better bottom lines. Toledo's airport and its 75-acre distribution and warehousing hub make it a great location for any company needing streamlined operations and efficient control over the flow of goods. Toledo is ready to support new businesses. We're working to do that already. Relationships with private industry, the City of Toledo, and the University of Toledo are putting the city on the right course. The university has a marked commitment and track record of leadership in developing and shaping the future of Toledo and the Northwest Ohio region. USA Today called the university's partnership, quote, a model for other industrial cities, and the Toledo Blade called UT a vital member of the region's economic development team. Over the past 10 years, these partnerships were critical in attracting over $500 million worth of business investments from companies like Best Buy, Home Depot, Myers, and Walgreens. And those numbers are climbing. With all of the necessary infrastructure assets in place, a nationwide highway system, an impressive and industry-leading rail network, an airport with uncluttered airspace and room for expansion, and an updated modern port, Toledo is ready. Ready for a partner. A partner with the expertise to develop, market, and leverage the strategic advantages of our region. A partner with vision and a track record of success. A partner with whom to build the future.